I think we spend almost all of our time worrying about risk at the bottom. So we worry about operational risk. We wake up in the morning and we are worrying about the ManCo or the XCo or the fourth decimal place on some financial statement. Yet I would venture that the biggest risk we face is the macro risk, that we could be building a brilliant business in the wrong environment, or that the environment could take away from us whatever it is that we build brilliantly. And you've touched on this with your references to institutions. I want to show you this, which is South Africans' fate or fortune if they had invested just in cash. And if you had put 100 rand or 100 million or 100 whatevers into South African cash in 1970 and left it there for 45 years, you would have 14,000. And that feels like a fairly good result, 100 to 14,000 over 45 years. Of course, the immediate complaint from an investment perspective is, but cash is naked to tax. And if you're a marginal taxpayer, you're going to be giving away 40% of that powerful cash return. But interestingly, it's not the tax person that does the greatest damage here. It's inflation. Because the tax person will take you from 14,000 to 8,000. Inflation will take you from 8,000 down to 1. And I've written at the bottom of this picture here that just in the last 25 years, South African inflation, if you'd put your cash under a mattress, South African inflation would have taxed you 85%. So investing for turbulent times, or tough times, or easy times, I would venture and agree with you that this country thing is the single biggest risk we face.
Well, ask Maria Ramos again. I mean, she's running a pretty good business at ABSA. You run a good business in a country that is exposed to currency risk, exactly that. Yeah. So the rand drops 30%. The guys at Barclays in the UK, apart from their capital requirements, which own 62% of the company because of Basel III, you've got to have 100% of the capital. So that immediately puts you in the back foot. But she's running a really good business within this environment. But the rand has made it a shocker when it gets converted into pounds. And what we've been trying to say, about 18 months ago, I changed my view completely on South Africa. I was very concerned about the way the economy was being managed. And it's public. I mean, you go and have a look on BizNews. We run a portfolio, an offshore portfolio, that we encourage people, instead of investing here, which is an absolute sin, because here you should be investing in your own country to develop your capital, etc. We said, take your money offshore. And the money that has gone offshore has gone into this portfolio, and its annualized return is 39% in the last 15 months. Why? Well, the rand, thank you very much. In the last 15 months, the rand annualizes down by 30. So you've got to take that in a country like ours, the turbulence that we are going through at the moment as a young democracy in a developing country, politics trumps economics. So as an investor, you've got to go for places which are a bit more stable, and where your currency risk is taken out of the equation. Moving back to what Buffett says on these things, and it is related. Many in South Africa like to invest in resources. But when you're investing in stock, in equities, you're leveraging human ingenuity. So how can you be leveraging human ingenuity if you're buying an inanimate object? Buffett never buys resources. That's why I can't understand the value investors in South Africa who maintain that they follow the Buffett principles and they buy resource stocks. They might be cheap relative to history, but who knows where the commodity cycle is going. And those are the risk, exactly. You've got to take risk into account at all times. And when you're investing, I had racehorses for years. I've even bred the bloody things. If you're going to take a bet on gold...
That's a good way to lose money.
Geez, quick. Very quick. If you are going to invest in something as highly volatile as bloodstock, then you may as well go and invest in gold or platinum, because you're just taking the same kind of punt as going to Turffontein and having a couple of thousand rand on number 6 in race 4.